Guys, let's take a quick look here at IMX. Now, I did a video on IMX and I did draw this line, I think, to about here or so. And you can see that IMX did break down for a few days. It did break down under this trend line, but it managed to get back up. And you can see it did touch here. It almost touched yesterday. I mean, it's so close, guys, within fractions of a penny. So I would count that as a retest too. Here actually it retested as well. So yeah, guys, I mean, it is still riding this trend line for the most part. It is, making higher lows, we can say, but just slightly. You can see that this low is lower than this point basically, and this point, is just slightly higher than these previous 2 points. So, I mean, it is going up, guys. There is a trend, so that's good to see. But I would like to see a little bit more to the upside. IMX is especially it's a great project, guys. I do, have about a mid-sized bag of IMX myself, and yeah. So I think to get really, really bullish with IMX, though, if we take a look at the long term, I think we're going to have to get above about $2.55 and take out all of this trading where we've been for the most part for the majority of the time, in this cycle. So that would be, especially bullish if we can actually about double our price right now. But yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of resistances along the way. We do have to get out of this Fibonacci. We're almost out of it. We tried to break out at the end of August, you can see, but we couldn't hold it. Now, I do believe in the next week or so, we are going to see this surge up. We are probably going to get above about $1.46. And then the next resistance is a weekly resistance up here at about $1.70. So that's a stronger resistance. And, I don't want to get too far ahead, so I'm not going to talk about, the other resistances above. You can see those with your own eyes, though. And anyways, guys, let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has fallen under $60,000. It is a Saturday. I wouldn't worry too much. I do believe this candle will eat itself back up. We will close above 60.2 later in the day. Now, yesterday I wasn't sure we were going to get above 60.2, and because we had to break so many resistances to get, through 60.2. So we did retest this trend line that's held us up for the most part for the past 6 months yesterday, and we did break, this resistance, and then 60.2, and we closed actually above 60.2, about 60.5 actually. So that's, it's nice to see. Now we are creating a CME gap. So I don't really believe too much in CME gaps, but they do tend to close themselves about 95% of the time. So let's see if that holds true. Now there are gaps down at $10,000, $20,000, things like this. So don't put too much weight on it, guys. But, I would, tend to think that this would close the gap because it's going to move to the upside and not the downside, more than likely. I believe the chances of going up are greater in this case with Bitcoin. And as I mentioned before, we do have a double bottom pattern forming here, and we need to break 64,300. And, then our target is up here at about $64,700. So, we do need to break this resistance here at about 66.2 right now. Not right now, but sometime soon. Now, this trend line is going down the farther or the longer it takes us to get up there. So I do believe it will be easier to break the lower it goes. Because, yeah, 66,000, is not very high. We've been up to 73. And I do believe the next time we come to this trend line, we will break it once and for all and move to the upside for maybe 6 to 9, maybe 12 months. And anyways, guys, that's just a guess. So don't take my word for it, but do have a plan to get out of your coins. Now, if we take an economic calendar here, this is actually today, but there's nothing today. Let's look at next week. Basically, guys, you do have small economic data on Monday, New York Empire State Manufacturing. We do have retail sales on Tuesday, but I don't think that's going to really affect anything with the interest rate decision. on Wednesday in America, guys. And then we have the press conference 30 minutes after that. Now, there are EU numbers here with CPI on Wednesday, but I don't think that's going to really affect the Bitcoin price too much. Basically, this is the most important thing next week. Now, Thursday, we do have jobless claims and some Philadelphia Fed manufacturing and things like this. I don't think that's going to affect it too much either. And Friday is pretty much a dead day, guys. Now, if we talk about the interest rate decision, let me refresh here. So, yeah, it's basically 50-50, guys, for whether we're going to get a quarter point or a half point cut. As you can see here, September's 50-50. I still believe the quarter point's going to, play out. Hopefully the market isn't too disappointed, if we only get the quarter point. But we could get a half point. I mean, I'm kind of shocked we're 50-50 at the moment and undecided. I did think we were going to be at a decisive point where we were going to see 80 to 90%, basically people decided for one way or the other. So anyways, guys, I still think November and December are also going to be quarter point cuts. I don't want to really speculate about January, but if we are anywhere, probably be here or a skip and wait until March to reevaluate how we've done. Now, it's interesting to see March that these two numbers are basically neck and neck, and we'll see, guys. It's just really far away. Now, if we look at the fear and greed, basically we're at 50. We went up quite a bit. As you can see, 32 was yesterday. So it's amazing what, one candle can do. I mean, I guess basically the magic number was 60,000 because we really didn't have, I think, that big of a surge on this candle on the 9th of September, about 5 days ago. I think we only went up like 1 or 2, 3 points, something like this. I have to go back and look, but it doesn't really matter, guys. Crypto bubbles, basically, this is just top 100. Things like, FTN or OM or something. They're in the negatives, but I don't know those projects. I don't think they're probably anything good. But the better the project, the probably higher the percentage that you're going to see up. So Toncoin, Matic, even things like Theta, like this video, guys. Theta is up 6.2%. Link 6.1. So Ordi 5.4. So these are good projects, guys. They're going to be up more than worse projects. I truly believe. So now you could have, for example, things like Phantom. It's a little bit red, but yeah, Phantom's still an excellent project too. It may have had a run in the last couple of days, but yeah, that's probably why it's down, if anything. So if you see good projects that are down, they probably had a run in the last few days, and they're just kind of cooling down. Now, if we talk about staking, IMX, go to Coinando, and they're not a sponsor of this or anything, but I just want to tell you where you can hold your coins if you want to stake them. I stake mine in BitTrue right now because it's flexible, and you can have a ton of IMX here. If you have that much, great. But yeah, I get 2% right now, and yeah, I trust BitTrue. This lending at Gate.io, I don't think it really works, guys. I've put things in lending and Gate and didn't really get anything. So I would say BitTrue would be first pick, or if you trust Bybit, you only get 1% though, but it's also flexible. So keep that in mind, guys. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you with IMX today. Looking a little better, although it's coming down a little bit right now, and that's because of the Bitcoin price, which is under 60,000 at the moment. But don't fear, guys. Let's just look forward to the end goal, and right now we need to break 64,300 and make this double bottom play out here. So we have seen a nice past week or so, and I do believe that will continue on Monday at least. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.